What's up, and welcome to the Art the Most Experience. Ooh, cha, ooh, cha. We got plenty to discuss today. It has been a chaotic, it has been a absolute insane morning. Shout out to Steelers Nation. Shout out to the Black and Gold. Shout out to Omar. Shout out to Mike T. It was big movement taking place this morning. Holy smokes, you know. We got to talk about a lot of this, man. Just dropped 2 reaction videos. For those that don't know, right, you might have just been tapping and getting your coffee, getting ready to roll. But we got new defender, new tight end, and one of the guys, he's no longer with us, man. Traded for Jalen, Ramsey, the 3-time All-Pro, and Jonnu Smith, the tight end, Pro Bowl tight end. But we traded away Minkah Fitzpatrick, also 3-time All-Pro. Yeah, man. So, like I said, definitely got to talk about all of that, man, because, conflicted, feeling all of this. Yeah, baby. Yeah, we got to get it going. Man. But shoot, let's start it how we do, because like I said, I ain't streamed with y'all in about a week now, all right? So let's get it going, all right? You know the drill. Drop it in the comment section where you're tuning in from. Hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe, all right? All that good stuff. But yeah, man, this is a little wild right now, man. We got a super chat that done popped up on me as well, man. Shout out to Let's Go UW. Yeah, man. What'd he say? He says, so let me get this straight. We traded the best safety since Troy for an old and injury-prone cornerback and Jonnu Smith because why? Question mark. It makes no sense. What the F? Con? Yeah, man. I could dig it. Trust me, baby. Trust me. We gonna get into all of this today. Yeah, we got to talk this today. Because there are, like I said, man, there are a lot of questions, man, and rightfully so. When you make this type of move, trading one of these type of guys, a legendary, ultra productive, like you said, man, best safety since Troy Polamalu. When you make that move, man, it causes a ripple. All right, a lot of people started asking questions. What's going on here, baby? What's the thought process here? All right, so let me do a couple of these shout outs, and then let's dive into this thing. All right, I see your trend 330 in the 330 Alliance, Ohio, baby. Shout out to Alliance, Ohio. Let's see who else do we have in the building, man. The Cookie Monster 524 in the 610 Redden, PA. Shout out to Redden. All right, nope, not that one. Let me get to my man, Jaren Pittsburgh Steelers for life in the 559 Visalia, California. And he says, I'm not a happy fan right now. We should have kept Minkah Fitzpatrick. All right, respect on that. Corey Hewins in Greer, South Carolina, the 864. Shout out to the 864. Man, it's been crazy in the 412. I'll tell you that. And shout out to Fly High 834, also in the 412. Yeah, man. Yeah. Let me get one last one. Here we go. I'm going to end it on a good positive right here. XABGX says the 704. You already know. Shout out to Charlie. He says, miss you, Minkah. Glad we got Jonnu Smith, though. Ooh, interesting. X Concepts 724 Claire's PA says, not my man, Minkah. Oh, the people are letting us know how they feel. Cheyenne Law, shout out in the 901 Memphis, Tennessee. Crying right now. I'm crying with you. All right. It's the Moats household is going through a little bit of a, we're having a little bit of a rough morning right now. All of a sudden. All right. Little man, you know, my little guy. All right? Anybody that's been watching me, man, y'all know. Little guy likes Minkah, right? That's one of his guys, man. We go out work these football camps, man. And, Minkah's, that's the jersey he wears if he's not wearing, me. And I'm like, yo, shout out, man, Minkah or TJ. I text little guy. He's like, yo, say, yo, Pops. Shot him the text, man. Sent a little picture. We got Jalen Ramsey. He's hype. Word, let's go. Said it was for Minkah Fitzpatrick. All caps. No! I was just like, yo, I know, son. I know. I'm so sorry. But it is Jalen Ramsey, though, baby. It is Jalen Ramsey. But little man was not, he's going through it downstairs right now. All right. So like I said, y'all hit that like button one time for the coach, and don't forget to subscribe. Even if you're new to the channel, we talking Jalen Ramsey being traded to the Black and Gold for Minkah Fitzpatrick. The way that they
articulated when it was first coming out, it was more of a individual 1-for-1 type of concept. But now that we've got more information, now that a little bit more time has elapsed, it is apparent that it was a just big multiplayer trade, right? Jalen Ramsey, Jonnu Smith, and I believe it was a either 6th or 7th round draft pick, late round pick for Minkah Fitzpatrick, and a 5th round pick is what we sent to the Dolphins. All right. So that was how we did the swap. And then from there, we gave Jonnu Smith a 1-year, $12 million contract extension. And Jalen Ramsey, we gave him an additional $1.5 million to the contract he's currently on. So that'll pay him around $26.6 million for this season. So for those guys, man, not only, do both of them get the contracts that they were desiring, but they're also going to, organizations that historically have been ran at a higher level, have had a lot more success. Both, when we're talking about long term and both in recent history, we know the Steelers have been one of those teams in the AFC. But this is very interesting, man, because Minkah Fitzpatrick isn't a regular player. It's not like we're talking about, a run-of-the-mill safety. We're talking Minkah Fitzpatrick, like my man already articulated, best safety since Troy Polamalu. Not only is this dude a physical heartbeat type of guy, this is also a guy that can ball hawk. This is also a guy that we know can create splash plays, turnovers, right? So when you think of all of that, that is the very unique part when you're saying, man, why would we make this particular move, right? Because we don't feel like Minkah has lost it. Nah, we don't feel like, Minkah can't play or he was a locker room cancer. In fact, we look at Minkah the other way. We say, man, Minkah is one of those dudes that from our eyes has really implemented the Steeler tradition, right? We hear about some of the tension that he had, was that 2 years ago, man, him with guys like Deontay Johnson and stuff, where it's like, yeah, man, he has a certain standard, or he thinks things should look a certain way or be, held a certain way. And if it's not, he is going to stand up and speak on that. That is something that we heard coming out of that locker room that I thought was a positive. But there were still parts where we're like, yeah, man, we do know that there were other rumblings around, just Minkah, in the sense of what is the overall, like, is everybody on the same page internally? Or is there a little bit of tension, whether it's, hearing current players say things loosely? You're just like, man, those are some of the questions that you do have. And now when you see this type of move happen where a Minkah Fitzpatrick, right, is a part of this trade, you're just like, bro, what? Whoa. So what, like, why? Do we get better? Do we get worse? Right? Because I think that's the next question naturally when you're going through this progression. And to me, I don't know right now, man. I think we got better at the cornerback position. Jalen Ramsey will be our best outside corner. He'll be our best slot corner. He also can play safety. He can cover with the best of them at safety, right? If you're just talking strictly, can you be a cover safety, Jalen Ramsey versus Minkah Fitzpatrick? Yes, Jalen Ramsey can cover on the level that Minkah can if we're just strictly talking coverage. The difference is, though, when we're talking the tackling, the physical element, that's the difference, man. Minkah is going to blow Jalen Ramsey out the water when you're talking about just consistent fitting up, run fit, tackle, AFC North ball. That's the intriguing part about this. To me, man, I know we made some moves in free agency. Was it my man from Cleveland that we signed, right? Juan Thornhill, when healthy. This dude has been talked about as an elite level defender, right? Or has that type of potential. We know there are also guys that are still available in the free agency market, right? Justin Simmons, a guy that, 2 years ago, people were questioning who was the better safety between Minkah and Justin. And obviously when they were talking about my man over, oh my God, he's in Tennessee now. He used to be in Cincinnati, but that was kind of how people would talk about him. So we still do have some potential of, all right, is there another piece that's about to happen? Because I personally don't want to just play Jalen Ramsey as a full-time safety. I think he is a elite level, move him around chess piece right now. I think you play him outside, inside, and situationally, if there's certain tight end matchups, you play him at safety. I think that's where we have Jalen, and that's where we're going to feel the uptick in what he brings coverage-wise. I also think that for a guy like JPJ, man, not only are you going to get a chance to have a super OG vet in Darius Slay here helping you, but now you also have a guy that's still closer to his prime high-end defender in Jalen Ramsey. who also you're going to be able to visually look at and see what he brings athletically and learning from him in that space, by also learning how a long, tall corner plays, because Jalen Ramsey athletically and physique wise is a long, super rangy, physical corner. I know there was some speculation about his availability. I'm just going to tell you straight up. Last year, he played in all 17 games, had 17 starts, had 2 picks. All right, had 60 tackles. All right, even had a sack in there. The year before that, he made the Pro Bowl in 2023. 10 games, 10 starts. In that time frame, he had 3 picks, 22 tackles, right? The year before that, 2022, 17 games, 17 starts, 4 picks, 88 tackles, 2 sacks. All right, Pro Bowl during that time. 2021, 2020, those were the final All-Pro years that he had. He was first-team All-Pro in both of those seasons. Played in 15 games, 15 starts, 16 games, 16 starts, 4 picks. That second season only had 1 pick that first year that second season in LA. 2 picks that first year in LA was that trade year. But as a whole, when we're dating back the past 5 seasons, he has played 15 or more games every time except one season when he only played 10 games. So I don't have any questions about his overall availability, because his stats show that, this is a guy that is showing up and not just getting there. He's starting in these games. You also see the production, like I talked about, man, multiple interceptions, multiple PBUs. The tackles are there, man. So we know this. Like I said, when healthy, Pro Bowler, that's what he typically is. You feel about Jalen Ramsey, oh, he sucks. Nah, bro, you're not hearing that, man. You're going to hear a dude say, bro, this is a high-level corner, man, that knows how to cover, and he is physical. He going to talk that talk as well. Stupid swaggy on top of that. We remember the battles that we had with him when he was in Jacksonville. Obviously, us in Pittsburgh, man. I seen it on the front end. Then even when I left it, and, they're still doing the back and forth, man. Like, Jalen's one of those guys, man. Can't get the emotional part, to overlook the actual production part. He knows he one of the ones right there, man. So if the safety room took a step back, I would say that the corner room took a big step forward, if that's how we're looking at it, right? The next thing that I would say is this, though. In terms of the Minkah hole, though, right? Because there is a significant hole when you're talking about losing a Minkah Fitzpatrick. Don't let me talking about Juan Thorhill or even Justin Simmons confuse you with the fact that neither one of those guys are Minkah Fitzpatrick. Yes, they might be able to cover. Yes, they might be able to make plays. But what Minkah does in terms of his run game ability to be a defender, when you're talking about Minkah's mentality, that physical, just, man, I'm going to scare you. Think about, man, when he hit Nick Chubb. Think about that. That's not that was a fluky. That's that's a bad dude right there who knows how to hit you, man. Don't play with that dude, bro. You're losing that. So that is a big, big piece of our defense, man. Do we have Deshaun Elliott? Yes. Did we lock him up for a nice contract extension? Yes. Is he ultra physical as well? Yes. But there is still a difference when we're talking about Minkah Fitzpatrick. All right. That's the only thing I want to make sure we're clear on. So as a whole, I love what we upgraded in terms of the cornerback room. At the safety spot, I need to see if we're going to make another move there. But as a whole, I think, man, we're kind of in the same spot. It's just different perspectives on it. Would you rather have the, elite play at safety and feel great about that? But now we're looking at the cornerback room saying, JPJ, keep growing. Darius Slay, how much do you have remaining? Or is it, hey, man, we feel great about the cornerback room because Jalen Ramsey, JPJ, and Darius Slay, if those are your top 3 and Beanie Bishop and company are the guys that are going to be rounding out, yes, you're going to be good guarding a lot of these dudes out here, man. But now we're looking at the safety room and we're saying, all right, it's a little light right now. I like the physical part with Deshaun Elliott, but we're a little light right now, right? But there are multiple people that you could go and bring in via free agency to kind of offset that a little bit. And that's the part, like I said, man, I just got to see what else are we going to do after this move, because this is a big time move right here, man. Minkah Fitzpatrick, right? Minkah, gone. Jalen Ramsey here, though. All right. But, yeah, man, y'all hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe either if you're new to the channel, man. Do see some more super chats coming in. Let's tap in. Trend 330 says maybe we're going to put Jalen Ramsey at safety. There is a potential. Like I said, man, he does do some safety. I just don't think he's going to play it full time. I said, man, when you start talking about that full-time safety, bro, that's a lot more hitting. And this the AFC North. We know these some big bodies, man. We know what's my man over in Baltimore, right? King Henry. Yeah, you know what that is, man. So you got to really be ready to deal with that. That's a lot. All right, that's a lot. All right, let's see, man. Sequoia Harris also showing love. We do appreciate you as well. He says, how do I say goodbye to yesterday? Straight up Boys to Men voice. You know what time it is, man. Yeah, definitely sad, man. We got to pour out some thug tears for this one, man. All right, it's definitely crazy out here, man, that, yeah, the homie Minkah is out of there, bro. I'm like, yo, y'all killing my jersey game right now. All right, my little man, we keeping Dick's Sporting Goods. We keeping the Steelers Pro Shop in business, man. Every time they make a trade, I'm like, God dang, now I got to get the boy another jersey. Another one. Shout out though, man. All right. But Sequoia Harris says, thank you, 39. Appreciate him. A crazy morning. Glad to be here with you, OG. Peace and love. Nah, man, peace and love to you as well. And I do appreciate you and everybody that is here with me today, man. Shout out to y'all, man. Like I said, it's been a crazy morning, man, to start the day. But this is what you want, right? We don't want boring. We don't want to just sit here and twiddle our thumbs. People going to complain and say we was going to suck anyways, right? So what are you going to do about it? How are you going to try to offset that? Are we going to make moves? Are we going to sit here and do the same thing over and over and over and then get up here and complain over and over and over? Nah, man, let's do something. Let's try something different. And this to me is something different. It's very aggressive. It's splashy. I don't know what it reflects in the sense of wins in the AFC North. I don't look at this move and say, yeah, man, I think that we've upgraded and we're better defensively. I don't believe that. I will say offensively, I think we got better though. If you're bringing Jonnu Smith in and you're pairing him with a Pat Fry move, Darnell Washington, you got a DK Metcalf. I think 13 personnel looks amazing. 13 personnel is one running back, right? Caleb Johnson, Jalen Warren, Kenneth Gainwell types, right? And 3 tight ends. You heard me just name them. Jonnu Smith, Pat Fry move, Darnell Washington, and 1 wide receiver, DK Metcalf. You know what that means? That means defensively, you have to play base personnel. That means linebackers, big body guys out there trying to run with the DKs, the Moofs, the Jonnu Smiths, the Caleb Johnsons of the world, the Mount Washingtons of the world. That I like a lot, especially for a guy like Aaron Rodgers. When we're saying, man, run the football, play action pass, Arthur Smith, that's your staple. When we talk about Aaron Rodgers, man, under center, play action pass, move in the pocket, man, that's when he thrives. That's when he's that Houdini bad man type thing, right? This, to me, sets that up beautifully. I think that wholeheartedly as it stands today. Now, like I said, the way they've been moving, when you move a Minkah, I'm like, hey, bro, nobody's safe, all right? Move. Let me make sure you're all the way here. All right. Because nobody's safe. But to me, I look at that part and I say, man, that's dang. Hey, offensively, man, we are going to have a chance to really beat some people up physically while also being able to take advantage of a passing attack now because of the weapons that we have that are big body weapons. That to me, I think is important. I think that we can't, as much as we're looking at the loss of Minkah and what that brings. Heck, how many people complain about the fact that, man, defense is just trying to win games 13-10 is obsolete. That's an old, archaic mindset, right? How many times have we heard that the past 2 years? Well, this to me would be one of those moves of, hey, we're trying to score more versus stop more. Because Minkah means stop more. Jonnu Smith means score more. Catch what I'm saying? So it's like, all right, I want to score more while still not killing myself completely on defense, a la Jalen Ramsey. And now here we are. Now I get a chance to do what I want to do offensively. I'm reuniting Jonnu Smith with the guy that he's had some of his most productive seasons with via Tennessee and Atlanta. And now I'm bringing him back fresh off a Pro Bowl season. I'm paying him more. Shout out to Drew Rosenhaus getting him the bag. Hey, man, I like my old agent. All right, I'm a Team Rosenhaus guy. Y'all already know. But, seeing that, it's like, man, I like that part if we're trying something different. If we're going to try to evolve, right? If we're going to try to move off of just defense that a lot of people don't like, right? Because they voice it constantly. It's like, man, this could potentially give you that. This could potentially give you some more offensive production. And if we had to go get a player of Jonnu Smith's caliber, you're not going to get that guy for free. So how do I get that while mitigating, or even trying to upgrade my cornerback room specifically. Okay, cool. Well, this is how you do it. And Jalen is a versatile piece that can play in multiple spots, but that's kind of the way that I see it, or at least try to make sense of it, because outside of that, yeah, I'm like, yo, it's Minkah Fitzpatrick, right? What are you doing? But that's the way that I kind of see it right now, man. Me personally, though, I still, like, does this make us better than Baltimore? Does this make us better than Cincinnati? I don't know. All right. Me personally, at this moment right now, I don't think it moved it that much one way or the other. I still kind of feel like we're like right in the same spot. Like I said, I just think it just is different pieces now. But defensively, I still have questions about how are we slowing down the Lamars and the Joe Burrows of the world now when you're losing one of the best defenders in the league. That's the question mark, right? Maybe TJ Watt about to get paid. All right, maybe TJ about to come back $42 million. And that's the part that, you know, you have a highly motivated, highly paid killer over there. And now we're going to offset the Minkah loss with TJ going berserk and having a Jalen Ramsey. That could also be the case, but y'all let me know. All right, hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe. And I do see y'all in the comment section, man. Shout out to y'all, man. Shout out to y'all. Like I said, man, it's been a crazy morning, baby. All right, but I do see the comments. I do see the super chats. I'm about to get on all of those. Let me just take a sip of the Gatorade first. I'm on my Glacier Freeze today. All right. But yeah, I was for sure was laughing to myself, man. I recorded that first reaction video. I was so daggone hype. And then I got this text. I'm like, oh, shoot. Nope. Can't use this video anymore. Got to go ahead and rewind. The ganja means rewind. The liquid means rewind. Yeah, bro. It was definitely one of them things, man. But, Minkah, Jalen, right? As much as I want to talk Jonnu Smith as well, man, because he was a guy that we've brought up and talked about for trade speculation at some point, man. It was just like, dude, Minkah for Jalen Ramsey. What? Like, that is crazy. And like, I love both of these players. That's my problem too. Like, anybody that knows me knows I'm a Jalen Ramsey guy. Like, Derwin James is like my guy, but it's like, yo, I love Jalen Ramsey. Long man-to-man corner. Talk big talk, backs it up, wants your best guy, but now has even elevated. To me, when I think of Jalen Ramsey, I think Charles Woodson. Think Charles Woodson when he was with Oakland with the Raiders, locked down outside corner, all world. Then he transitions to Green Bay, and now it's outside corner / transition into full-time safety. That's Jalen Ramsey to me, man. That's Jalen Ramsey. Like, spot on. As much as I try to talk about other people, I'm just like, yeah, that's what this feels like, man. And I feel good about him being here. As much as the Minkah Fitzpatrick move is a shocker, that still is one of those things that I'm just like, yo, I feel good about it, man. And we do also know, man, with Minkah, man, I don't know what specifically took place to change, you know, the dynamic for his overall production, right? Because we've said, man, when Minkah when he first got here in these first couple of years, man, the production in terms of splash plays, the turnovers through the roof. But we said that, man, of lately, that has been the thing that we've wanted more of, right? We said we got to get back to getting more of that Minkah stuff. And that's the only thing, you know, when we're looking at him, it's like, man, we said over the past 2 seasons, he only had 1 pick, but we know going back to 2022, he had 6 interceptions, led the league in picks. So that's the other part where I'm just like, okay, what was taking place behind closed doors, man? We know we went through changes from defensive coordinator standpoints, right? Transitioning from a Keith Butler to a Terrell Austin. At some point, we had a Brian Flores in here as well. Then after Flores left, it became full-time Terrell Austin. Terrell Austin even went on record saying we want to get Minkah back to doing some of that Minkah stuff. Minkah even said he wanted to get back to doing some of that stuff. But as a whole, we've been a little bit lacking in terms of his splash production. And that, to me, is something that behind the scenes could also be one of the driving factors to making a trade like this. If you feel like, man, all right, this dude is looking for us to kind of like draw this magic play where that necessarily isn't the case, versus this player saying, man, I'm out there. I see this. I think this is what we should do. if you're not getting that and you want that, well, maybe you say, okay, let's move on from him for a guy that seems to be productive and create splash regardless of where he's at in terms of Jalen Ramsey. Maybe not as good of a true traditional safety, but overall as a player, you're like, man, they're what in terms of alpha and alphas. All right, let's just try with this version of the alpha versus that version. That could be at play. And to me, I think that all of that is on the table when you make this type of move, man. But at the same time, we do know that, man, Minkah, since coming to the Pittsburgh Steelers, man, as outside of TJ and Cam, he's been the heart of that defense, man. He's been the dude that sets that tone, man. And that's one of the things that I love about him, man. You see when he come out all blacked out, you like, bro, Minkah is not playing with you tonight. Minkah is going to put somebody in the dirt tonight, bro. Like, we love that part. I'm just like, yo, there isn't anything that I can say about Jalen Ramsey that's going to make that part come back. You feel me? I can sell you on the cover stuff because, yes, Jalen is going to cover like a son of a gun. He does that, and Jalen will hit you. But there are levels to the physicality. Minkah's Minkah, bro. Y'all know it's Minkah, man. Y'all I ain't gotta sell Minkah on who Minkah is. Minkah's a killer, bro. You know Minkah's a killer, man. All right. But that's kind of the vibe right now, man. But let me see. We got some other supers that came in here as well. Alrighty. This is from the homie Cam Harper. He says, do we sign Justin Simmons? Now, that is a little bit of a guy that I would be very, very interested in at this standpoint, man, because yeah. We're a little light back there. Like I said, Juan Thornhill, I'm a big fan of, but at the same time, his availability has been the big Achilles heel for him. Deshaun Elliott, I love his game, but he is a different style of player than what we're looking for with Minkah Fitzpatrick. And that's the part where it's like, okay, a Juan Thornhill, a Justin Simmons, heck, even a Terrell Edmonds. But to me, Terrell Edmonds still fits you more in the Deshaun Elliott vein. So that's why I don't really think that he makes a lot of sense right now. Jalen Ramsey also in certain third down situations, you're going to put him out there. It'll be a lot better than what you saw with Patrick Peterson. With all due respect to Pat P, that was him just, moonlighting trying to do it. Jalen does that. Jalen can actually play safety and does do it at a very high level, man. All right, it's not Minkah level, but in terms of the coverage part, oh yeah, he'll be on Minkah level coverage part. I'm not even trying to play with you on that. But the tackling, that's the difference. So that's why I say I don't want him there full time. But in third down sub package situations, yes, Jalen plays safety. You'll put him back there safety, you'll be fine. In fact, you put him back there safety, play some man-to-man stuff, and he really gonna have you feeling special out there, all right? Because he has that type of coverage ability. The big question is gonna be, though, when you gotta have that safety out there and them runs are starting to hit. Yeah, not all safeties are created equally. Not all safeties want to go down there and tackle these running backs that we got to tackle at times, man. That's the truth. We know Minkah is one of them who he will hit you. Not a lot of safeties trying to hit guys that can still cover the way that Minkah covers as well. So, like I said, man, I don't know if it's Justin Simmons, but to me personally, though, Cam Harper, that's a guy that I would be definitely calling up. Like, yo, what you got going on, man? All right. Donovan LaRue, shout out to Donovan LaRue. He says a fifth for Jonnu Smith and a 1-to-1 trade for Jalen Ramsey is trash. We don't need another tight end. We have Washington. We need wide receivers. And who is our safety now? Like, what the F? Fire Omar Khan. So what I would say is this, man. If you only look at passing and production from the traditional wide receiver standpoint, then sure, I can understand your perspective on it. But you're not going to tell me that Jonnu Smith, who had over 800 receiving yards last year, you look at who was our next highest receiver outside of George Pickens last year and tell me who had more receiving yards than Jonnu Smith. You catch what I'm saying? So with all due respect, Jonnu Smith, that is your extra receiver right there. Love Darnell Washington, but also Darnell Washington hasn't had a receiving season of over 400 yards just yet, right? So when we're saying Jonnu Smith, Pat Freiermuth, DK Metcalf, yes, you have actually upgraded your receiving production, but it's not going to look like 5 wides. It's not going to look like 3 wides. It's not going to look like Cincinnati. You're going to have to rewind the clock, man. Think old school New England Patriots, Aaron Hernandez, Gronk, that type of vibe, man, where you're getting 2 big body, athletic, mismatch type dudes. They're going to make you play with your base defense. They're going to make you play with linebackers out there versus slot corners, man, and having all that exotic stuff happening. That's the approach to this thing. All right. So that's why we can't feel better offensively about this situation. The big thing to me, though, is still the run part, because, yeah, I think we got better coverage wise. Jalen Ramsey is going to be a major upgrade just in terms of what he brings versatility wise. Could play outside, could play inside, could play safety. Minkah wasn't playing safe. He wasn't playing outside corner. Minkah wasn't going to play full-time slot. You know what I mean? Like, Minkah was a safety. That's the part that, yeah, Jalen does give you some stuff, man. All right. But to me, the big issue is going to be that tackling part, man, that physicality part. Jalen ain't doing that Minkah type stuff that Minkah be on, man. All right. That's the big question mark. So that's why I'm like, man, I don't look at it and say, man, I think this is a terrible trade. I think it's a trash trade. No, I think that there is some beauty to it. I just think the perspectives have shifted. And I think that we are trying to shift a little bit from defense heavy to now let's try to get something on the offensive side. And you got to give up something to get something like that. Jonnu Smith is going to be a nice addition to our offense, though, man. Regardless of how we might have wanted it to be a wide receiver, too, Jonnu Smith is going to be a nice addition to this offense, man. And Arthur Smith already knows how to use him as well. So that's another thing that I think is a nice addition to the situation here. The Chosen One also dropping some love in a super chat. He says, I love Minkah, but he hasn't made those big splash plays in years. And he's coming up on that contract extension. I think that's why they traded him. And I can see that as well, man. Yeah, before you commit, even bigger money to a guy that at this stage, over the past 2 years is only giving you one interception, yeah, you might have some hesitancy with that. And if there's anything behind closed doors that, you might not feel the best about, yeah, get out before you commit that dollar to him. Bringing in a Jalen Ramsey, you feel great about what he brings versatility-wise. You feel great about what he's done career-wise. This is a guy that's going to be, talked about in Hall of Fame conversations whenever he hangs it up because of his production. But at the same time, it's just a different player. It's a different style. And that's the thing that we kind of got to get used to. And that's the part that, when we're talking stylistically, how does that work? Well, that's what we're about to find out, all right? But the way that they move these pieces today, I'm just over here like, all right, do y'all really think we're done making moves, or do I think there's some more moves? Because I think there's some more things cooking. I don't know if it's necessarily trades, but I think there's some more things cooking, all right? And for me, I'm excited about that. All right. Let's see. Man, and y'all are in here today, too, man. Hit that like button, too, one time for the coach. And don't forget to subscribe either if you're enjoying what we on today, all right? Shoot, man, I came in here thinking I was going to be talking AFC North quarterbacks, hitting y'all with the, man, shout out to the new content that's dropped, man. Tanisha, man, it was a fun video with her, man. Hopefully y'all, enjoying me and her content. Shout out to Mark Bergen, man. Him just dropped a couple new videos, man. I see y'all engaging with those. Hope y'all enjoying that. Yeah, I was coming here and talk about, had the whole gang in town last week, man. Don't cross the Moats week, man. We had a blast, man. DD Smalls, Tyler, Dom, TG and company. We didn't even get a chance to get to all that because you got bombshells happening today, all right? Absolute bombshells. But here we go, Steelers. All right. Let's see. John Rye, 6481, says, I hate to see Minkah go. But I would rather have a top 10 cornerback over a top 10 safety. And I think that's fair. Jalen Ramsey for sure is the top 10 corner. Yeah, that's real life. Some people debate if he's still top 5 or not. At one point, he was the best, But I get what you're saying, man. Corner over safety. It's preferences, right? Like, which one do you prefer, man? But yeah, that's real life right there, man. Both of these dudes are elite defenders. Both of these dudes 3-time All Pros. It's not like we trading a bum for an elite. No, it's like, yo, that's dog versus dog right there, man. Both of these dudes are killers, man. Both of these dudes highly decorated. I do like the fact that we're bringing in a Super Bowl champ, though. Does that matter? Did we lose sight of that? Or does that not matter anymore? And not just a guy that, has a ring. I'm talking about a guy that was heavily in the field, a guy that was heavily a part of that defense, man. Does that not matter? Because I think that does matter as well. I think when you're talking about bringing in a champion on top of that, yeah, that does matter. Yeah. Like I say, y'all could debate where he's in the top 10, I'm just telling you from a professional's perspective, that's the top 10 corner, man. So it is what it is to me. But that championship pedigree on top of that, who on our team are we pointing to and saying has that? We just brought in Aaron Rodgers. Shout out to him for that, right? Because outside of Rodgers, we're looking like, all right, no rest. Who's the guy? Who's the guy we looking to and saying, yeah, you've been there before. You've been to the promised land before. You're the guy. Yeah. So now you got one. Jalen Ramsey. And he's still on the right side of it. We brought in Darius Slay, but we say Darius Slay, man, he's still a little bit more on the older side. We're questioning, all right, man, how much you still going to have left, which I still think he has enough for this year, but that's the question, man. But boy got pedigree over here, man. This ain't no slouch. This ain't some dude that doesn't know how to get it done. Nah, this is a dude that's actually been a part of it and has been one of the main people on the defense that made it to the promised land and got up out of that stadium with that ring, man. That we do not just talk over, right? Especially here in Pittsburgh, because what do we always say? The standard's the standard, right? When was the last time we had a playoff win? Jalen Ramsey's had some playoff wins. When was the last time we had a Super Bowl? Jalen Ramsey got him a Super Bowl. That's all I'm saying, man. So there are parts to this thing where, yeah, if we want to just simply focus on what we're losing in this, cool. We can do that. And, man, it could be a pity party until next year. But there's also another side of this thing where it's like, what did you get? I'm loving what we got. So that's my thing with this thing, man. Like I said, the Minkah loss is going to hurt. We are going to feel that. But what we got, that is also going to help us, man. And that's the thing where I'm just like, yo, we still got some pieces out there. We tripping on the Minkah move today. You sign Justin Simmons tomorrow. It don't feel as bad now. You catch what I'm saying? That's the part where I'm just like, all right, let's see what's next. Let's see what's next, though, man. Like I said, I do hate the fact that Minkah had to go, but I'm not tripping on what we got. Like, getting Jalen Ramsey and getting Jonnu Smith, I'm not tripping on the fact that I had to lose a Minkah in the process. Like, yo, those are two very, very productive, good players, man. Yeah, for what I need for this year, I love that piece. Both of those pieces, man. All right. Let's see, though. All right. Shout out to Farron Bradford. He says Justin Simmons is still a unrestricted free agent. That is truth right there, man. And that's the thing that I do like as well, because we can control how much it costs to acquire him. All right. Might get a better deal out of it. You never know. All right. Now we got D says 2001. He says this screams Arthur Smith and his system to me when it comes to Jonnu Smith. I'm good with it. I want to see his packages and personnel groupings this year. And that's respect on that, man. And fair to that, man. I think that it is important when we're talking about, Arthur Smith taking over, being the full-time OC and making sure that, you give him what he wants. You give him the proper pieces to fully show what he's capable of. We are super fast to fire this guy. He sucks, right? But it's like, man, actually give a dude a chance to cook then. If we're going to holler and say, man, he should be fired after this year if it don't work out anyways, give him the full opportunity to give his best foot forward, right? And I think that this gives you that, man. He wants to play with big body tight ends. He wants to play that game. It's the Lakers when they won the championship in 2020. It's the Denver Nuggets with Nikola Jokic, right? It's that. It's the while everybody was trying to run and play small ball, we're gonna big body you to death, and we're gonna see, can you handle these trees we got in the paint, man? We're gonna try to beat you up inside. If you can't match that, you can't play with us. You might be able to shoot all the threes you want. You might be having all the fast break points you want, but we're going to body you in the paint. That's the way Arthur Smith wants to play this thing, man. Jonnu Smith, Pat Fryermuth, Darnell Washington, DK Metcalf. He is trying to play big boy bully ball with you. Oh, y'all fast. Oh, that's cute. Here, let me see them linebackers. Okay, yeah, y'all might get hit, but can you cover, though? Because we're going to give you some of that and some of this. But we also got a Caleb Johnson. Remember, that's a big back, man. Caleb ain't no little dude. All right, we got a Jalen Warren, explosive, powerful back, man. That's the part for me where I'm just looking, I'm like, yo, we setting up what we trying to set up. We trying to be power punches over here, man. All right, phone booth, beat you the heck up. All right, that's what we going to be on. I like it. And we'll see with Aaron Rodgers. does this prolong him versus him trying to sit back and throw to, 4 wide receivers and we're saying, hey, pull out the gun and do all this? It's like, nah, man, protect him. And how do you protect him? Big body guys out there. And also not just big body guys, but big body tight ends that are able to get open, create separation. Quarterback's best friend is who? A tight end. Duh. Come on, man. That's the thing that I'm like, yeah, we got better offensively. We can focus on what we lost and only do the pity party part. But there's also some positives to this thing. Now, there's some piece where I'm just like, all right, bro, that works. That works. This could be really nice right here. That's all I'm saying, man. 3 tight ends, it's just as much of a problem to deal with than 3 wide receivers. They all can cook the exact same way if they are athletic and can run while also being big enough that you can keep them on the field for running downs, which we can, right? It's not like we saying, oh, man, these are Kyle Pitts. No. These dudes you can still keep out there and actually run the ball with. Darnell Washington, he can block. Jonnu Smith, move. They get in, they fight. All right. They give you the fight. We saw move upgraded the fight. All right. We're going to get more upgrade. Keep it going. But it's like, you can see that. I'm loving that part about our tight end group. I think that, man, what we're going to do there, that's nice. DK Metcalf, that's nice. Why? Oh, I forgot to tell you when you're making defenses play base personnel, coverage-wise, you're only getting, 2 to 3 coverages tops. Why? Because you can't get too exotic. These are linebackers. These aren't corners. These aren't nickels and slots. These aren't safeties. No, these are linebackers, man. You're getting cover 3. He's getting to a hook, right? Or you're getting man, all right? That's it. You're not getting a ton of, crazy stuff with this name, man. That's how it works when you make teams play out of base, okay? Because when you start trying to get exotic, now you're making that 230-pounder, that 240-pounder, you making them do stuff that they're not comfortable doing, baby. Some of them don't even want to do it. That's the beauty of this. So now DK Metcalf, guess what, baby? You getting single coverage, man. You getting one-on-one, single high safety. All right. Now, if that safety is shutting over to you, which he should, now that means move. You one-on-one, baby. You pretty with it. Jonnu Smith, you one-on-one, baby. You pretty with it. They can't double all y'all. All right. Safety can't be on you and giving DK help. Somebody's got to give. Oh, Mount Washington, are you ready to grow up? It's time for you to step up as well. Now you can hear and you can see the pressure and the strain that will put on defenses. Like I said, offensively, man, we got a lot better, baby. Don't get it twisted. We got better on offense. Defensively, I think it was lateral. I think it just changed the perspective of it, but I still feel kind of lateral with it as we stand right now. Offensively, though, we got better. In terms of in the moment, yeah. Now, do we stick with it? That's the question. Or are we moving somebody? Because you could be looking and saying, hey, bro, we got 2 tight ends getting paid a lot of money in that room, man. We don't need all that. Give me a receiver. And if that is the case, then, hey, we'll have a different approach and we'll go from there. But as it stands right now, that's kind of how I view this thing, man. Like I said, and you can work with that, all right? You can work with it. It's not the prettiest. It's not the most traditional, but it does work. And it does win. So we'll see, man. We will see, man. But hopefully y'all are enjoying what we on today, man, as we are reacting to all this chaos. And if you are, don't forget to hit that like button one time for the culture and subscribe if you are new to the channel. Shoot, we're supposed to come in here and talk about, man, 50K giveaway, right? The 50,000 subscribers, man, since we are officially in the clear with that, and say, hey, man, what y'all guys want to do, man? What y'all thinking? You know what I mean? What should we put on the table, man? We got to start talking to them. It's like, nope, man, we ain't got time for any of that, man. We got Jalen Ramsey news, all right? We got Minkah news. We got Dago and Jonnu Smith news. It's craziness right now. Absolute craziness, all right? But let's see. The homie Sequoia Harris, shout out to Sequoia Harris. He says, what does Jalen Ramsey trade mean for JPJ, if anything? Man, I think it gives JPJ an excellent mentor. I think it gives JPJ an excellent physical person to look at and say, my game needs to look like his game. I need to mirror how he works. I need to see the things that he does as a long-armed physical corner. Oh, who said about JPJ? Long-armed physical corner, right? Handsy at times, right? Yeah. But a dude that has shown throughout his career that he knows how to get the football, man. He creates a lot of interceptions, man. Understands how to get his head around. It's a dude, man, that went to war with the ABs of the world, man. Don't ever get it twisted, man. All right. This is one of them guys. Okay. So he's been out there, hunting those alpha beasts, those prime killers, right? He done that before. So a guy like JPJ, man, you get to soak up all that knowledge. It's a very similar perspective to a Will Howard to Aaron Rodgers. Bro, this is one of those dudes that has done it shown it multiple times. Baddest man out. Yeah, just being around that, watching it, regardless if he ever articulates hey, this is what you should do. Make sure you take notes of this. Regardless if he ever does that, the fact that that's around and you get to watch that work behind the scenes, yeah, that's major, man. That's major for a guy like JPJ at this stage, because right now, who has he had to look to and truly learn from that was also still, on the right side of it in terms of their prime and their production? We bring up Patrick Peterson, but remember, Pat P started to really show his age during that time frame, right? We know, even last year, it was like, man, we were looking at JPJ as, bro, you the big dog out here right now, man. So when you're talking about that type of growth and how quickly those type of things happen, that is why, I look at a guy like I look at a guy like Jalen Ramsey and I'm like, well, this will give JPJ his first legitimate chance to have somebody that is very similar build to him, very similar playing style as well to him, but can show him, not just verbally say, this is how I used to do it or this is what I would do. It's like, no, man, can actually show him. And I think that those are the things that are going to be major for JPJ's overall development. So that's kind of how I see, the move impacting JPJ. I don't think it decreases his role. I still would, if we're talking about, man, the corner situation, say, for example, you're playing Cincinnati, right? I'll probably go Jalen. If I'm just matching up, I'm probably going to put Jalen on Chase. But, you know what that is. Jamar Chase is a nightmare for anybody, right? So you're still going to have help over there. But now I'm saying JPJ, you're dealing with T. Higgins, Solo Dolo, which we did a year ago. You know what I mean? Like, that's still the approach to it. I just think that Jalen Ramsey is going to give you a better chance against a Jamar Chase. But Jamar is still, man, that's 1A, 1B in the league, man, when you're talking about, best receivers. So that. But versus everybody else, it's like, man, you pick your poison. They could play right, left, almost like when we had Steven Nelson and Joe Hayden. Play them very similar to that. It's like, bro, both of these dudes are high-end defenders. Both of these dudes, can do the job. Both of these guys can match up with whoever you want to match them up with. I think that it frees you up to that versus having to say, all right, you follow everybody around. I don't think you have to do that. I think you could legitimately go right and left. So that's the thing to me, man, that I'm just like, I feel good about both of these dudes here. But also, like I said, you can play them at safety. You can move them around some. So there is some versatility to that. So I think it's a net positive when you're talking about JPJ. I think his impact in terms of Jalen Ramsey being here is going to be a good thing for him. Like I said, I'm just trying to see what else we're going to do. Is there another move in the making? All right. Because I feel like they're still cooking over there. All right. They're still doing their thing. I feel like there's some cooking going on right now. All right. But let's see. Because y'all are in here today, boy. I appreciate y'all being in here today, man. All right. If we're going to do it, let's do it, right, man? We're going to make a trade, man. Let's make a trade and let's talk about it, man. Let's have a little fun with this thing. All righty. Let's go, UW. He says, I don't get why Miami agreed to it either. Because they traded him to us when he forced his way out. So he's speaking specifically on Minkah Fitzpatrick returning back to Miami, because remember, after Minkah's first season in Miami, upset, didn't want to be there. So that was why we were able to trade for him following Big Ben tearing his elbow up, right? We went ahead, sent the first round pick to the Dolphins. Minkah came to us second year in his career, and that's where he's been. So yeah, in that sense, I had the very similar, mindset. I was like, wow, you're sending him back there. Does he know he's going back there? Did he want to go back there? Or did y'all just say we're sending him back there? Now, as I look into it more, I will say regime change a little different, right? General manager down there at that time, I believe, was Tannenbaum, right? Dude, y'all see doing TV right now. And then you had, it was Tannenbaum because TG was down there with Minkah and Tannenbaum during that time frame, man. But yeah, so Mike Tannenbaum was the GM that drafted Minkah during that time. You also had Brian Flores was the head coach during that time frame. Same ownership group, right? And that was part of the internal debate where they were saying, is it specific intentional tanking going on, right? When Brian Flores ended up getting fired and stuff like that, and how just nasty all that was. And Minkah, where like, yo, was he just one of those dudes? I'm such a winner, I'm not about to deal with this. Like, there was a lot of that going on behind the scenes. But what we do know now, and also Minkah said that he was pissed with how they were moving him around down there, and that was one of the Flores things as well. Whereas now is different, right? Mike McDaniel's the head coach down there, different GM down there. So in that space, maybe for Minkah, he's like, yo, I don't have an issue with ownership. I just didn't like this coach or this manager. Maybe that could have been the case. So that could be why this go around. Yeah, Steelers are open, or not Steelers, but the Dolphins are open to bringing Minkah back, and even Minkah being open to, being shipped back to Miami. That's the only, that's kind of how I see it, making it make sense to me. Because otherwise, I'm with you guys. I'm like, man, I couldn't have imagined when I first left Buffalo and how I felt about it if I felt like that when I was leaving Pittsburgh. Oh, you want to go back there? It was like, nah, bro, I'm not dealing with that, bro. I'm hot about it. I'm pissed. I don't want to go back there. I don't like what they were doing at that time. Now, when the regime changes, it changes your perspective on it. So I think for Minkah, he might have a different perspective because it's a different regime down there. Look at it as a new opportunity, fresh start. Let's see what it is, but still familiar location. But it's just tough, man. Like I said, Minkah, man, even though he wasn't homegrown, I feel like he's been homegrown because we got him, second year in his career. We've seen this dude grow. We paid him. Like, it's Minkah, man. So that's the part that it does feel just crazy that he is no longer on our roster right now. But this is where we are right now, man. We're trying to keep growing, man. And if we're going to get back to where we want to get to, man, we can't stay stagnant. We can't keep doing the same things over and over. Heck, y'all are the ones that say that all the time. Right? In the sense of, why do we just keep trying this same method? Same method. It's like, all right, we're trying something different, man. For better or worse, we're trying something different, man. I don't know if, this gets you close to the Super Bowl or not. I personally don't think it. Defensively, I don't think it did. Offensively, we'll see. Because, we got to see what Aaron Rodgers still has, right? But on paper, at least you feel like, okay, production-wise, yes, Jonnu Smith's production compared to the production that we had on our team last year from any receiver / tight end, that bodes well. When you look at DK Metcalf's production, you say, man, DK Metcalf compared to what we had last year, that's an upgrade. That bodes well. You're able to still keep moving. So you do feel like your top 3 pass catchers are a lot better, a lot more productive than what the top 3 pass catchers were a year ago. Heck, even the past 2 years. There's some positives. But like I said, when you move from Minkah, man, that's just, it's tough. And it's tough because it's Minkah, man. All right. But let's see. You got some more supers, man, pulling up in here, man. Shout out to Mike Hood. Mike Hood says, salute Mr. Moats and chat fam. What I don't like with these moves is loss of continuity. I know roster changes yearly, but maybe Omar thinks Caleb Downs in the draft next year. Sorry for your loss, Rashawn. Yeah, man, I missed what happened to my man Rashawn, but yeah, definitely sorry for whatever, negatively was taking place for you, man. In terms of Caleb Downs next year, we will see. All right, shout out. All right, but yeah, the loss of continuity, though, man, that is something that does matter. I do like the fact that if we are going to lose the continuity, we're losing it before training camp. So that way you get a full, slate of that time in Latrobe for those new guys, Jalen Ramsey to acclimate himself, for potential new leaders to step up, to stand up, right, and fill that void. Every year, man, a team is different, though, right? Every team, every roster is unique. It's not like college where it's always going to be the same group of guys. So in that vein, you kind of understand this is the nature of the business. But in terms of the timing of it, you would much rather this happen before training camp than during training camp or post training camp, because now it's a lot harder to build those brotherhoods. It's a lot harder to build that continuity, to build that trust. Typically, you want dudes there, starting in the spring, right? OTAs, mini camp, right? That's when you can really start, building that foundation, building that brotherhood. But training camp across the board, regardless if you're new or not, this is where, you really get a chance to lock in, specifically here in Pittsburgh, because we leave to go to Latrobe. By going to Latrobe, man, that makes it where, you're not talking to anybody but your teammates. You're not seeing anybody but your teammates. You're around the clock. When you wake up in the morning, you're with your teammates, man. When you're going to bed at night, you're with your teammates. That's the part that makes us so close. That's a big part of the recipe, the secret sauce, right? Is going over there to Latrobe. You could get the same exact work done on the south side practicing, or even going to Acrisure Stadium and practicing. But it hits different when you get that chance to lock in and take the guys away. And now it's almost like a camping trip. You know what I mean? Shout out to all the campers out there. All right. I was watching what was a movie called Summer of Hell the other day, man. Shout out. All right. But yeah, it be like that sometimes. I got to get the camp vibes on, man. But that's kind of the vibe. So we will see, though, man. Like I said, I do think that will help fill some of that void, though. All right. But the continuity, yeah, you're going to feel it a little bit, man. You're going to feel that. At least the other caveat I will say is Jalen Ramsey is a proven leader, a proven captain at multiple spots, right? And like I said, man, when it's a Jalen Ramsey coming into town, man, dudes fall in line behind dudes like him because of his work ethic, because of his production, because of his rap sheet, right? That's like, man, if that was an Army general over there and he came over here to this new spot, he's like, hey, bro, you just look at you look at all this over here, highly decorated. Yeah, Jalen is that, man. So I don't think that there's going to be a big leadership void, but in terms of early on, guys getting used to playing with each other, guys understanding how we're going to use each other, yeah, that part will take some time, and that's that first month of the season, man. But after that, the sooner those guys can pick it up and get all on the same page, the better. So that's the reason why I say, man, I am glad that we're going to have him for the full training camp before the season gets here, if you had to make this type of move, man. All righty. And shout out to everybody that is rocking out today, man. If you are enjoying what we are on the day, man, don't forget to hit that like button one time for the culture and subscribe if you are new to the channel, man. Over here chopping it up as we react to good old Minkah Fitzpatrick getting traded for Jalen Ramsey. I remember, man, when I first seen this thing, I was trying to spin it as we traded for Jalen Ramsey. Then this thing shifted to we traded Minkah for Jalen Ramsey. Yeah, you got the Infinity Stone. What did it cost you? Everything. It's like, God, dog. We got the piece, but whew, that's what it cost us? Man, that's tough. That is tough, man. That is tough. But for Minkah, whew, yeah, I like it, though. Hey, here we are. Vagabond Abstract also says, what's this mean for JPJ and Darnell Washington? Talked about the JPJ element of it, man. I think you get great mentorship. I think you get a heck of a running mate, man, a true alpha Batman type. And for Darnell Washington, man, I think that this is a different signal for you. I think for Darnell, it says, boy, you better pick it up. I think it says, man, we're not waiting and hoping blindly for you to step up to be a Jonnu Smith. We're going to get a Jonnu Smith. We're going to, in my eyes, keep Pat Frymuth as well. And now let's see if you can truly develop into that third tight end, that true productive pass catching tight end that we would like. And if we can do that, now we can operate with that 13 personnel, one running back, three tight ends, one wide receiver, DK Metcalf, and we can bully ball people that way. I think it signals that for Darnell Washington, but I also think that if Darnell isn't productive early on, you might see them at the deadline make that trade for a wide receiver. I could also see them take that approach as well, but that's kind of how I see the Darnell Washington approach. I think it's a little bit different for him. I wouldn't be, feeling as cool, calm, and collected and smiling big smiles if I'm Darnell Washington. Or even if I'm Muth, just because of the money. They gave that dude $12 million, and the history he has with Arthur Smith. You're like, are you trying to bully ball him, 13 personnel, or are we about to, move one of these other guys, right? Because there is a lot more money being paid in the tight end room. Now, granted, we're not paying a quarterback right now crazy money, so you can get away with it. But that's the thing that I look at. Are we keeping that as is, or are we moving something around? We'll see. We will see. But that's kind of how I view it for Darnell Washington. So, yeah, very different perspective from my eyes. Darnell Washington, as we sit here today, versus the perspective I have if I'm JPJ sitting here today. All right. Both of these dudes, though, we can have a long-term future with you both. We can win this year with you both. Me personally, I prefer to keep them both. But that's the one where I'm just like, it could get a little interesting. Man. Cause shoot, I even thinking of what's my man, the tight end, JJ Garber. That's another athletic. He was an undrafted dude, man. But pass catching type. Like, all right, give me some more of these. Let's just see what that looks like, man. Still got a Connor Hayward, who's like your Swiss Army knife type of body as well, man. But yeah, if I'm Darnell, I'm like, y'all better make sure I'm locked in, man. Time to step up. Better make sure I'm locked in. But we will see. Shoot, man, I would love for us to just go out there and get me another ready-made wide receiver and just keep adding to the room. Be like, you know what? We're going to add us a high-end wide receiver with DK while we still got Jonnu and we still got Move and we got Darnell Washington. And, yeah, this is how we're going to cook them up today, all right? I would love that approach. I'm all for that. I just don't know if, we're willing to go all in like that per se. All right. Let's see. We got another super chat that just came in. It says, and this from Z3 Music Official. Appreciate you for the super chat from the heart, man, from the heart. It says, my concern with the trade is Ramsey's contract. Those are some big numbers for a guy over 30. Well, I know y'all be loving the over 30 as if like, man, he wasn't just a productive player a year ago, man. Like, come on, baby. When it looks like it's not productive, then yeah, we can entertain it. But you pay productive players. Is that simple, man. He's a heck of a productive player. That's why he's getting $26 million, man. If you want $5 million production, you know what $5 million cornerbacks look like. If you want $10 million production, you know what $10 million cornerbacks look like. That's always my answer whenever we start bringing up the money with the age part. Is like, I get the concern, and if there was a dip, or if there was lack of production, if there was lack of availability, yeah, I hear you. I'm with you. That isn't the case. I told you in the past 5 years, man, the least amount of games he's played was 10. And that was 2 years ago. Prior to that, this man's been 15 or more games every single season plus starts. Yeah. You are getting what you pay for. All right. If you want to save $1, if you want to, all right, I only want to pay younger guys because analytically that's what you're supposed to do. Okay. And we've seen that approach, right? The other side is, man, you know exactly what you're getting with the Jalen Ramsey, man. That's why, to me, I looked at that 20 seconds and say, yeah, that's money well spent, man. You getting exactly what you're paying for, man. All right. It's the reason why the Ferrari costs what the Ferrari costs and that Honda Civic costs what the Honda Civic costs. Both are vehicles. Both can get it done. But one, it just hits a lot differently, man. So that's why for me, when I look at Jalen, I'm like, yeah, I ain't tripping on that. That's what you spend it on. If you're going to spend money, that's what you spend it on right there, man. But yo, this is nuts. Let me check in and make sure. Checking on my dog TG real quick too, man. See where he's at. Let's see. All right. My man's still on the work right now. All right. We'll wait on him, man. But I like it. Ooh, shout out to Sean Monster Maze. So you're trying to compare Jalen Ramsey to Minkah Fitzpatrick. There are two different players, two different positions. It's like when people compare Troy Polamalu to Ed Reed. Two very different positions, two very different players. So we can simply say, all right, who's the better player, Troy or Ed? All right, do I want interceptions or do I want versatility and tackles? Right? The versatility part from TP, that's what we love, what he brings in terms of sacks, picks, splash plays, physicality. But if you're saying, give me the interception guy, Ed Reed got double the interceptions, right? So very different what you're looking for. If you're comparing Jalen Ramsey to Minkah Fitzpatrick, do I want the versatile, hard-hitting safety? Or do I want the dude that goes and gets turnovers? He gets picks, cover anybody that's out there. Like, that's Jalen Ramsey. Very different. You can play him at outside corner, can play him at slot corner, can also play him at safety. Minkah, true safety. You know what I mean? So I don't look and I say, is Jalen better than Minkah? I think they're both just here. Like, that's how I look at them dudes, but just different in terms of what the approach is. All right. If you're trying to say, all right, Minkah's a better tackler than Jalen Ramsey, sure. But then the rebuttal is Jalen's a better cover guy than Minkah. Which one do you prefer? You see what I mean? So that's the answer to it from my eyes. I don't look and I say, man, this dude is better than this dude. I think they're both elite defenders. I think they're both splash players. I think they're both guys that make your defenses better. And that's why they're both paid at a crazy high level as well, man. But think about it. We're not saying that one guy's a one-time All-Pro, one guy's a 10-time All-Pro. No, they're both 3-time first-team All-Pros. We said Jalen got the 7 Pro Bowls. Minkah got the 5 Pro Bowls, right? When we start going down player for players, like, yo, they both dog on dog, man. All right. So that's why, to me, I'm like, yo, I think that that's why you heard me say at one point, I was like, yo, it felt lateral. It just changes the perspective. I think we got way nicer at corner. We took a step back at safety. But prior to this move, I felt like we were nice at safety, and it was still on the upswing a little bit more with the corner spot, right? JPJ and Darius Slay compared to JPJ, Jalen Ramsey and Darius Slay, it's night and day. What are we talking about? That's how I look at it, man. All right. So that's my long answer to Jalen over or Jalen versus Minkah. I don't think you're just comparing them dudes like that because they're different players in terms of what they bring. Yes, they both play defense. Yes, they both play in the secondary, but no different than inside and outside linebacker. It's like, yo, these are just two different animals, what you're asking. We don't ask TJ to do what Patrick Queen does. We don't ask Patrick Queen to do what TJ does. But we're going to need both of these dudes to be the best at what they do to get this defense to be what they're supposed to be. Or even TJ to Cam, right? It's like, yo, which one do you want? It's like, yo, they both are like that. It's just different what they're being asked to do and different what they're bringing. But I do feel like, man, we're going to love this move a lot more if we go out and get a Justin Simmons. If, you add that to the room, or if, like I said, because with Juan Thornhill, he has the potential and the ability to do all the high-end stuff, but his availability has been the biggest question mark. So that's why I would love to have a Justin Simmons in there with a Juan Thornhill. Now I'm over here saying to myself, are we tripping like that now? Because I ain't tripping like that anymore. If Justin Simmons is here with the Juan Thornhill, well, we still got a Deshaun Elliott, still got a JPJ, got a Darius Slay, and a Jalen Ramsey. Oh, no, I ain't tripping on that at all. Not at all. But that's just the part. That's what we're waiting on right now, all right? And we will see, man. We will see. But to me, I would like a Justin Simmons in here, man. I prefer Justin Simmons over Terrell Edmonds. Just because, like I said, man, Terrell is more Deshaun Elliott. That's his mold. Whereas Justin Simmons is more Minkah Fitzpatrick, center fielder, policing the back end of that defense, man. That's ball hawk. And he's been fairly productive, too. All right, let me just check on Justin Simmons real quick. Let's just see what my man did just, most recently. Let's see, because I know he was down in Atlanta for a little after Denver. So, yeah, that was just last year. 16 games, 16 starts. Had 2 picks, 62 tackles, 7 PBUs. Okay. It's productive. Year before that, 15 starts, 15 games, 15 starts, had 3 picks. Oh, and that's when he had 70 tackles, had a sack. He was Pro Bowl and second team All-Pro in 2023. He's been second team All-Pro. Outside of last year, he was second team All-Pro 3 years in a row, 2023, 2022, 2021, 2020, he was a Pro Bowl, and then 2019, he was second team All-Pro as well. So up until last year, Justin Simmons has had a run of All Pros and Pro Bowl nods. Was it 4 out of the 5 years? Yeah. So that part, I'm very much looking at him saying, yeah, man, we need to make that call. He's also 31, though. That is something that I know people have a little bit of concern about in comparison to Minkah only being 28. He'll be turning 29 during the season. That is a little bit different, right? Especially when you're thinking of, obviously, a Jalen Ramsey, who is also 30. He'll turn 31 in October 24th this year. All right. So, a little bit older defensively, but you can see where we, number one, have a super productive one cat in terms of a Jalen Ramsey. To me, man, I'm saying go get Justin Simmons. I would still go get Amari Cooper if I felt like I had to get a wide receiver. Those are the two dudes that I want. I prefer Amari over Gabe Davis, but I'd even settle for a Gabe Davis, man. And all three of those dudes are unrestricted free agents right now, meaning we control the dollar amount. We control the narrative. I like all of that. If we just talking about right now, I need a move. Those are the moves that I'm making right now. Hopefully y'all hitting that like button as well. Hopefully that's the move y'all making. And if y'all haven't subscribed yet, hopefully that y'all will subscribe as well. Because I think those are really sufficient moves to make since y'all fans of the channel. Y'all see how we doing it over here. I'm giving you the live reaction, live streaming right now. It's June 30th. I'm going on vacay soon. But we here, all right? We here because it matters, all right? You got Mark Bergen. He's giving you the content, man. We know how we do with Mark. Y'all know TG stay out there with the content popping off. Tyler Candelaria, Don Farrell, like, the team is giving you what you need. So I don't know why you haven't subscribed if you haven't. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you tell a friend to tell a friend. And for the social media people out there as well, right? The Instagram crowd. Why haven't y'all continued to follow that Arthur Moats Experience Instagram page? Come on, man. You gotta keep it up. Keep it going, baby. All right. We there. We getting out there. All right. It's a movement. A lot of y'all. All right. Barely I, always we. Shout out to TG. Okay. But shout out to y'all, man. Shout out to y'all. So yeah, man, let's see though. Let's see where the homies at. X-Con said, hey, bro, I don't have no IG mode. Sorry. Hey, it's all good, baby. Hey, look, everybody ain't gonna have IG, all right, X-Concepts, but I like you because you engage with all the content either way, all right? But for those that don't got IG, I get it, man. But for those that do, man, tap in. Arthur Moats Experience, baby, all right? We having fun over there. We get it going, all right? We try to have fun with it. Heck yeah. But for everybody else, y'all just tell a friend to tell a friend as y'all watch this content, all right? Spread the word. You be like, yo, they got something going on over there, all right? Hey, might have had a key member, fly solo. Shout out to my dog Deke, spreading the wings. But for everybody else, like, hey, bro, when a big fish leave, all right, now it opened up a door for a lot of other people to join in this thing, man, and get the ball passed to them, man. So, like I said, baby, we in that vibe right now. We in that vibe. And shout out to X-Concepts as well. Said, love your content. Say with that dope Bills channel. Hey, shout out to the Bills channel. In fact, man, I need to drop some content over there, man. Along with kicking it with Moats, I do see X-Concept. X-Concept, man, you over here showing off today, X-Concepts, all right? X-Concept showing off, man. Give me some love for my sneaker channel, kicking it with Moats for all my sneakerheads out there. Yes, man, we do drop sneaker vids constantly, daily over there. Shout out. And then, yeah, I do got a Bills channel out there, man, for all my just NFL people or, if you fans of Buffalo as well, man. I do know we got some dual people out there, all right? Got some love over there as well, man. So shout out to the team, man. But from the heart, man, I do appreciate all of y'all, man, that do rock with the content. And yeah, baby, we just getting started. Like I said, I'm about to take my little trip. That's my, all right, officially put the kibosh on last 2024 season, okay? And then when I come back from my vacay, now it's time to put the pedal to the metal, man. We got training camp, new season. It's time to get after it, all right? It's time to get after it. But we button it up. This is like the last final week for me. This is how I mentally process it, all right? I don't start the new league year when the new league year start. No, new league year start when it's training camp time, all right? I'm a football player at heart, all right? Yeah, when training camp start, it's time to roll. All right, so TG said he is about ready to roll. So I do like that. So like I said, man, y'all make sure y'all hitting that like button, showing some of that love, baby. All right. Yeah, now I gotta hit my dog's thoughts on this one though. But we done traded Minkah
for Jalen freaking Ramsey. Holy smokes. All right, got another super that just came in here. Hopefully it's nothing reckless. I ain't even pre-read this. I just put it on the screen. I'm going to let it sit there. Shout out to Rec7, though, man, showing some love. He says, this fits what you were saying as far as paying the guys we depend on. We're bringing people in here to pull Minkah off the field for someone who's efficient in different scenarios. Pay guys that do it all. And honestly, that's kind of how I was looking at it. I'm like, I know it doesn't sound the sexiest when you're losing a Minkah, but you're looking at a dude that now you can play him situationally in a slot if the matchup is better there. You could play him at safety if it's we're playing against the Eagles and they want to rock with a tight end this week, or we're playing them, we're playing against Buffalo and they're trying to attack with the tight ends this week. All right, cool. Well, now Jalen can bump in there and you still feel good about it. Oh, man, this team, man, this Cincinnati, they got the 3 wides. All right, cool. Well, hey, Jalen, man, now you playing outside this week, or now you playing the side. It's like, that's the versatility that you're getting with a Jalen Ramsey, man. This is an elite defender and has been for, throughout his career. Jalen Ramsey is a dog, an absolute dog. Minkah is as well, but Minkah is just a different animal when you're talking about how, or was it different beast, same animal though, right? It's just his species, he's in here with it, but he's still like that. But I think that that's the part for me that I'm just like, that's what we need, man. All right. So yeah, I got that set up. We are good. Shoot, man, it's been a minute since last time I've been in here, man. Dang, go. All right. He did say 2 seconds, so I should just give him 2 seconds before I just randomly cold call him, huh? Because when I start randomly cold calling, then he gonna feel uncomfortable. Hey, bro. Hey, I was ready to relationship, man. All right, but I'm back. Ooh, okay. So this is a good one right here, man. So basically a lion. Or Minkah is a tiger and Jalen is a lion. All right, we'll call them like that. It's a lion versus a tiger. Okay, they both are scary beasts. They both are apex predators. They both get it done at an elitely high level, but they're just different. The approach and the style of how they get it done, it just looks different. All right, that's what it is. Definitely flipped the Rec 7, but I got it now. I definitely got it now. Yeah. And yes, X-Con says, man, we all over here on the 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi. Because he texted me, he's like, yo, 2 seconds. I'm like, is that 2 seconds or is that like a TG 2 seconds, bro? Like, what is 2 seconds? Like, what exactly does that mean, T? You know what I mean? So, yeah. I'm just giving probably like 15 seconds. All right? It's TG we working with. Y'all know how TG is, man. But I'm excited to have a dog today, man. Got to talk to my homie, man. All right. Let's see, man. Oh, shout out to Tito with the good vibes, man. Tito been one of them dudes, man. Rocks out heavy on all the channels, man. Showing support, man. Kicking it with Moats and the Arthur Moats 55 YouTube channel, man. Shout out to you, Tito. But he says, Moats, hope you are doing well, brother. Shout out to the GOATs and Steelers Nation. Nah, man, shout out to you, man. Man, I can't complain, man. I just had my 14th wedding anniversary. Life is good, man. Got a high school graduate out here in these streets, man. Getting ready for my baby girl to not just go to college, man. She's starting a class next week. I said, Lord, not next week, end of this week. Yeah, June 3rd, man. She's taking a summer class. My baby girl wanted to be proactive out here. I said, oh lordy. So yeah, man, it's been a time, man. It definitely has been a time, man. But at the same time, shoot, I've been just living, Shit, yeah, big living, man. Enjoying life, creating memories, man. And that's kind of the vibe I'm on right now. Like I said, I'm about to take me probably about 2 weeks, vibe all the way out, get all the way unplugged for a little bit, off the grid type vibes. And then after that, man, I'm all the way loaded, ready to rock with you. You dig me, baby? But that's kind of the mindset right now, man. I'm probably going to take about 2 weeks. 2 weeks, man, just me time. All right. Well, Dennis Rodman needs to blow off steam every once in a while. Arthur Moats need to blow off steam every once in a while. All right. So, and you know what I mean? Sometimes it's some shopping. Sometimes it's some traveling. Sometimes it's your toes in the sand. All right. But I got about 2 weeks. I mean, about 2 weeks. I just got to get up out of there for a little bit. All right. But after that, though, baby, it's go time. All right. So super excited, though, man. But let's see if the homie is good to go now, man. All righty.
And man, I like how y'all rocking out though, bro. Y'all are in here heavy. It's June 30th. Y'all are some psychos just like me. Y'all love football just like me. You know I can tell? Because, yo, it's been a rack of y'all in here throughout this stream. And the fact that y'all in here right now versus doing whatever y'all could be doing, it lets me know that y'all care about the black and gold. Y'all care about them the right way, all right? And y'all rock with me a little bit too, man. So salute to both things, all right? Salute to both things, man. But I definitely digs that. Oh, man, shout out to Ryan Young, man. He over in Montreal, Canada. It says showing some love up there, man. Well, shout out to you as well. Oh, Canada. All right. Let's get it, man. Tito said he was on a work call, but he's seen the live, man. Hey, man, well, hey, I'm happy to have you, man, all right? And shout out to Steelers, girl. She said she back in the fold now, too. Hey, what's up, Steelers, girl? We was over here, doing the use. We done cut up for a while. Now we on the back end, wait for the homie TG. He said he gonna pull up. It's a little bit earlier in the day for him, all right? But he said he gonna try to make some little time for us, all right? So we just over here just grinding right there. Not even grinding. We just jiving out right now as we wait on him. Oh, mein Haus es dein Haus. Shout out. Greetings from Germany. Yes, Heinrich. And I do know what my house, mi casa es su casa. Yes, indeed, man. I'm with you on that, all right? I learned that saying from my man, was it Ike? Ike, excuse me. Ike. He was a German influencer, man. Steelers fan as well. Content creator. Did some collab work with him when I was still playing, man, with the black and gold. But shout out though, mein Haus es dein Haus. Love to see it, man. Love to see it. And Steelers girl, she said, yo, we'll wait for him. We love TG. I'm with you. Listen, TG gets a lot of patience and leniency because he's TG. All right. When I say locker mate, it's my locker mate. We spent a lot of time together, man. All right, a lot of time together. So the relationship, the dynamic, the understanding of each other, yeah, man, that's my dog. So what I already know, you just got to get them. Some people, you just got to get them to the show. Get them to the show, and it's lights out, all right? But sometimes getting a person to the show can be a lot, man, all right? So that's what we deal with sometimes with the homie, man. But y'all know what TG brings to the table. Also, while we are waiting on him, shoot, I did say, man, he was in town along with David Dupree, DD Smalls. Y'all see him typically in the comment section, man. But he's one of our behind the scenes main, stays in terms of consultation, management, production as well, man. So, he was in town, man. Tyler Candelaria, who y'all actually will get another vid from him once I get done with the stream. He just sent over his thoughts on the Jalen Ramsey for Minkah Fitzpatrick trade. But yeah, man, all the dudes were in town, man. Dominic Farrell was in here as well, man. So we recorded some cool content, man. Did a Steelers youth football camp, man. All the guys were out there. That was a blast. And we also hit the links, man. Got a little golf in the situation as well, man. But like I said, man, go show some of that content, man, as we get that edited up over the next, couple weeks and stuff like that, man. But like I said, it was cool, though, to just show a little bit of, the behind the scenes that, yeah, we actually do hang out. We actually do enjoy each other, man, and you like to have a little bit of fun on top of that, man. So like I said, man, that's going to be a vibe, man. So hopefully, like I said, man, we do drop that. Yeah, y'all be good to go, man. But here we go. Looks like the homie TG just said he ready to go. So you already know the drill, man. Let me pull him up. Let me get my dog right. Oh, yeah, don't forget to check out the website, too, arthurmoats.com. I forgot. I should have shout that out. All right. Now I got everything shot out. Now we are good to go. So hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new to the channel. It's time. We got to talk to the homie TG. We got to talk to him. Brother, oh man, let me do the intro real quick. It's chaos. It's crazy. Ladies and gents, boys and girls, children of all ages, we are joined right now by that Pittsburgh Steelers alum, that current defensive coordinator of Norfolk State University, that West Virginia Mountaineer alum. It's almost heaven. My locker mate. Terence Garvin, TG, bro, what the heck is going on?
Strictly business today.
Bro, what is going on, bro? What's going on? We traded Minkah Fitzpatrick for Jalen Ramsey, and then we threw in a Jonnu Smith, and we swapped the 5th round for a 7th round. Brother, what is going on, TG? Talk to me, TG. What's happening, bro?
I feel like we won the trade.
Did we?
I feel like we won the trade.
Did we? What did it cost?
We lost a Mink.
You got the Infinity. You got the Soul Stone. What did it cost you?
Yeah,
Everything.
it's devastating.
Ah.
You lost me.
TG. It's Minkah.
I almost feel like, and this might sound crazy, that they was a little bit like, all right, I'm done with it. As crazy as that sound, I feel like they was kind of like.
It don't sound crazy. Speak your truth, man. It don't sound crazy though.
Because it was almost like they was trying to shape the defense for him so much that it's like, let's restart. Let's get another just a different kind. I think they got another tight end. That's what's the confusing to me on them tight ends. It's a lot. It's a lot.
So when LA Lakers won the championship most recently, Bron, Dwight Howard, JaVale McGee, Anthony Davis. Big body, I'm going to bully you in the paint. I look at this heavily big-bodied tight end group of Jonnu Smith, Pat Freiermuth, Darnell Washington, and I'm saying you got DK Metcalf out there as well. That's 13 personnel,
are we not
bro.
Saying baby Hayward no more? We don't even speak on that?
I'm not saying no. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying in terms of who you're putting out there first. The core, right? When I say 13 personnel, and I'm saying who are the first 3 tight ends I'm putting out there, I'm saying that's the way that I look at this move. But I still feel like you would want to keep, if you're going to take that approach, you got to keep a Connor Hayward as insurance. Because you're one guy going down from now, this model doesn't work. This model only works if Jonnu stays healthy because he's an 800-yard tight end. Muth stays healthy, he's an 800-yard tight end. Darnell Washington steps up and becomes a 500-yard tight end. And then you got DK doing DK. You see what I mean? Like, I look at it and I say that can work. That can work, but once again, it's a small margin for error. But you got Aaron Rodgers, who's a surgeon.
I love it.
Aaron Rodgers can for sure cook with this group right here. For sure he can cook with this, man.
For sure.
And on paper, offensively, we are better right now than we were a year ago or even the past 2 years from just production. DK over GP. Now you're saying you got Muth and Jonnu Smith over whoever was our wide receiver 2/3 these past 2 years. Between the Van Jeffersons, the Allen Robinsons, the Calvin Austins, right? Like, we go down that list. It's like none of them dudes was Jonnu Smith level production.
Okay. I see what you see with that.
So I'm like, you did get better offensively. Even quarterback-wise, which quarterback do you prefer? Rodgers over Russ, right?
I want Rodgers.
Right?
You know, I love Aaron.
So once again, okay, you had what was your running back, right? Najee Harris. Well, now you went and got bigger, younger, faster. Caleb Johnson. You still kept Jalen Warren. I brought in Kenneth Gainwell as my RB3.
That's a nice package.
So once again, tell me where I don't feel better there. The big question mark is O-line still. On paper, this should be the best group. But on paper versus in real life, that's the question. Yeah, because I'm like, that's the big question mark. But I'm like, you're not going to tell me that if we go piece for piece offensively over the past 2 years, we're not better today than we were the past 2 years. We are better there. We did upgrade there. The question now, right? But the difference though, and you got a Jalen in the building, like you said, both are dogs, just different players, right? Like one does it at safety, one does it at corner. My question to you though is like, what does that do to like how you view our secondary though?
I mean, Jalen's a weapon. Like Jalen can go play a slot. Jalen can play a safety. Jalen's a corner one. Jalen's a weapon. You got Slay back there.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's there. You know, you still got baby JJ. It's there. It's like that'll make him grow up. I think it puts pressure on him. It's like, what you gonna do now? You know, you're gonna be the guy that you're supposed to be, or it can get real petty. You know, I just think Jalen's a weapon. Like Jalen's my favorite corner. Like I
love Jalen, bro. I love Jalen, bro.
Those are guys that are like, they can come in here and do whatever you need them to do. I just was looking at a flashback game. They was trying to go to the NFC Championship.
Mm-hmm.
Mike Williams was going to work over there. You see Jalen, big game. Like, bro, I'm over here from now on.
That's
bro.
mine.
Yeah, this is me. Don't worry about this side no more. You go over there.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, that's somebody that has the ability to like, yo, I got this over here, bro. I'm sick of it. Y'all handle the rest. You know? And I think that's the win. To me, that's why I'm like, you win that because he's such a versatile piece. It's just a different superstar. I think you fall in love with Minkah, but you'll fall in love with Jay.
Yeah, because I'm with you. I'm like, bro, you can play him at outside corner. If the matchup is in the slot this week, you could play him in the slot. Heck, even if it's tight end related, you could play him at safety, and now you got him on the tight. Like, that's his game. I brought up how it reminds me of Charles Woodson, man. Charles Woodson, Oakland Raiders, and then Charles Woodson going to Green Bay and playing corner and then safety over there. It's like, bro, you're going to love this dude, like what he brings. But it's different than Minkah, though, right? It's very different.
It's different. It's just different.
Now,
it's a different player.
Yeah.
But superstar.
Yeah. Now, what does this move do to a guy like JPJ? How does this impact him?
I think it puts pressure on him where it's like, come do what you're supposed to do now. It's still yours. But it's other people right next to you. But it's his. Like, he's the future. He's the young one. Like, Jalen is not a baby.
Jalen getting 26. Jalen getting 26 mil this year. They upgraded him.
Darius Slay was 36 years old.
Yeah.
Still, but it's kind of like he's still the future of it per se. But it's win now. I think they want to win right now.
Facts.
That's what they say to me.
Facts.
It's like, man, we get to win. We're gonna put the best two out there. Like, what we doing?
Yeah, because I'm looking at that group. I'm like, bro, we've definitely gotten a lot more crowded in the cornerback room. But I feel like we've upgraded immensely that quarterback room when you bring in a Jalen Ramsey. I'm like, hey, bro, that ain't no regular guy. That's one of them ones. Like,
that's Jalen. That's the best in the league.
Thank you. I was like, for a while, that's what you say with Jalen, best in the league, bro. Yeah, we said, man, you leaving top 10 for top 10. It was like Jalen Ramsey, man. That's questionable top 10. But well, you questioning yourself. That's the only person you questioning. You just questioning yourself, man. This is Jalen Ramsey. NFL circles, that's top 10. We not even having that debate. It's where you want to put him in there. But that's been that. Yeah, don't even play that.
I think it's a blockbuster move. It's a major move. As much as you're sad to lose a Minkah,
yeah,
love the David J. Like, that's a power piece. But I hate seeing Minkah go, man.
Heart and soul, right?
Yeah, I hate to see it, guy.
Look,
it's changing on the guards.
TG, like, you know how we feel in the Moats household about Minkah. Outside of that 5-5 jersey, what jersey you see my man, little man Moats, little gravy on that drink? Minkah. He putting that Minkah on him. I'm like, oh man, this hurts. He was crushed. Oh, it's crushed.
He's just such a smart football player.
Come on, bro. He do it all.
Little intangibles. But I think a little bit of his smartness, kind of a little piece of like, man, we can move on. So smart. He understands the insides and outs of what's going on.
Yeah.
Some will argue he was a little bit of a factor in the changing of the coaches, but it's just
now what do you make now, TG? What do you make of when we go back though and we start looking at just the history, right? Because we say, man, this doesn't just happen, right? Was there something internally happening, right? We hear about him and Deontay Johnson reportedly having disagreements post game about intensity, focus, play, and stuff like that. Okay. Then you remember a year ago, you have, I believe it was Cam at one point, man, kind of bringing up how, man, you'll have everybody doing what they're supposed to. One dude not doing what they're supposed to. PQ also following up with that to the point where you would look on the tape and we're like, dang, it does look like this guy, but no one is saying is this guy. Do you think that played into this thing, man? Or do you think that, that's guys just kind of putting pieces together right now?
That's kind of what I'm saying. I think it was just.
You see what I mean? Because I'm like, yo, it was little rumblings around it. If you looked, it was some tea leaves around it.
I think it was almost too smart, man. It might have jumped on him like a lot of his. Because Minkah's down there, the coordinator.
All right. Yeah.
Like, what he's looking at. What he's trying to get done.
I want to run this coverage versus that coverage. I want to jump this versus that. Why we got to take this approach versus this? I don't think this is a good call. Yeah.
And it's just making sure you can always control that energy too.
Yeah.
Because you never want to see it go negative.
Because if it goes nuclear and it's Minkah, that's bad. Yeah.
And I didn't see that, but
right.
I think it feels like All right, we'll let this go. Hate to see it go, but I'm okay getting the Jalen.
Yeah. It's like, I feel like we lost the battle, but I do feel like we're getting closer to winning the war because I think we upgraded offensively. I'm like, we could sit here and stay put with Minkah, but I think our offense is still hurting. Even if you go and sign Amari Cooper, I still think we're, still fighting an uphill battle right now. Whereas I think, okay, you lose Minkah, but you get Jalen. We call that a swap, right? It's a little bit of a wash. Just different perspectives on it. But with Jonnu Smith, now if you go out and you go get you an Amari Cooper on top of that, now you're like, hey, bro, we got playmakers, we got pass catchers, we got guys that can actually, make defenses be a little bit more concerned versus what we've been putting out there in these past couple of seasons. I think we're closer to that right now. I don't think this is the final move. I think that these were the final big pieces, but I think we can still have another, free agent signing in there. I guess a Justin Simmons defensively, that's an unrestricted free agent that's available right now.
Ooh.
Up until last year, Justin Simmons has been Pro Bowl the past 4 years in a row, second team All Pro the last 4 years in a row, bro. It's like, that's an unrestricted free agent that, you see what I mean?
I thought he wanted to go to the Eagles.
He might have wanted to go to the Eagles because we had Minkah Fitzpatrick here. No Minkah, right. Guess what? Now you can play your position. I wouldn't want to come to Pittsburgh if Minkah was here either, and we play the same spot. Minkah's going to get that spot. You know that. And now you got to go play the Deshaun Elliott role. Who wants to do that? I don't want to be tackled. I want to go get picks. Justin Simmons get picks. You know that.
I love it.
That's the part. I'm looking at him I'm like, all right, that's got to be the next phone call. I'm waiting on that to flash the ticker. That. I need that to flash on the ticker. That. If that flash on the ticker, I'm even more excited, bro. But like, that'll ease a lot of that safety talk right now, man, that people are, feeling. Because no Minkah, that does create a little bit of a void. As much as we could talk about Juan Thornhill, Juan hasn't consistently shown he can do that just yet. From an availability standpoint,
But Jalen is just such a weapon, bro.
You play him everywhere, man. You play him everywhere.
That's in a different spot every play. Like,
and his prototypical size too. Like, he always looks the part.
He'll still cover them safety reps.
That's what I'm saying, bro. He fits the part, bro.
Like,
the same way. Think about the same way we were playing Patrick Peterson as our sub package safety. You could like legitimately start week 1 with Jalen Ramsey as your third down safety. Think about that, bro. Hey, first and second down, man, I want you outside corner, man. All right, we know the routes are a little bit different here. How teams are going to try to attack us are different here. But now on third down, I want you to go play middle field.
Let's handle this.
And for sure he can do that. For sure he can do that, bro. And we're going to feel nice about him, too. We're going to feel nice about that coverage, bro. You know that.
Jalen's a DB.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the day, you need DBs. That's a good weapon.
Mm-hmm.
That's a helpful player. That's a benefit. I think the room, as crazy as it sounds, is still upgrade. Because Jalen's that's a 99 overall. That's a game.
He like that. He definitely like that, man. He's definitely like that. All right, but talk to me, man. What we doing with are we staying put with this tight end room, man? Or are you moving something up out of there? If it was up to you, I'm over here just trying to figure out the Steelers approach, and that's why I'm selling the 13 personnel. But if it's on you though, baby, you keeping this tight end room as thick as it is. You got 2 dudes in there getting about $12 million a year now, man.
For sure.
That's a lot of money in that tight end room, bro. It's a lot of money in that tight end room, bro.
I just want to space it out a little bit. I'd like to see another receiver come in. I'd even like to see damn near Tyler Boyd come in here. Like local. I'm gonna play hard for the guys. I'm still a good route runner. I didn't have a great year. I could get it for cheap. I like an Amari Cooper still. I think if you can get one of those, then you don't have to just do nothing with it. I don't think you do nothing with the tight end build now. You say that. You built this 13 like you just said. I see what you see. Let it cook. You feel me?
Yo.
We'll get you something that can sit down in a window or two, bail him out a couple times like a T-Boy. Or, like an Amari. And then you got DK to be DK. Yeah. I think his weapons are like, I think it's 3 levels of that. With a running game, sure.
This is good. This is gonna be good, bro. This is gonna be good.
Because Aaron's in the building, no matter
That's what I'm saying. You got your guy. You got your quarterback, man. You got your guy. And that's what you need. You know what I'm saying? You need your quarterback because that opens up so much more.
That's the answer. Like,
So, hey, look. But you know what's next though? Is TJ Watt safe? Is TJ Watt good, or is you know that
I think that was
that's because that's what I gotta
definitely
ask
a
you now.
warning shot.
Yeah.
That was a warning shot. Let's get this thing done. But TJ and Minkah are different. Like, there's
Yeah.
Minkah and then there's TJ. You know, TJ is the best player in the league. TJ alters that quarterback. Minkah definitely alters him in disguise, and says, but TJ is like, you gotta know where that's at. TJ punches the ball out. TJ just does a lot.
He impacts the game a lot more consistently. Yeah, absolutely.
But it's definitely a changing of the guards. Definitely. But let's make that TJ thing work.
Yeah.
Not do that. We don't want to do that. We love that.
Yeah, I'm with you. I feel like with TJ, it impacts it way more play in and play out than with Minkah.
Yeah.
Whereas we said Minkah, we've seen the frustrations about how they can avoid him, and almost it's like, man, he's back there, but what are we getting out of it in terms of tangible stats, tangible production? With TJ, that's not the case, man. TJ, these are different, ways that they go about cooking, man. So yeah, I'm with you on there, man. I do like that part. So how much you paying TJ then? Does anything change now for you? You willing to go 42 now on him, or what's your energy, man?
I'm just trying to get him back.
Okay, by any means.
Like, I just want to get him back.
Yeah.
I don't want to put a cap on it, or like, I just want him to come home. You know?
Yeah.
I want to lock that in, get that locked in, and let's go to the next problem. Like, let's get the training camp.
Yeah. Nah, I like it there. I likes that. Get my
Too
dog in the
valuable,
camp,
bro.
man. But yo, this
So
is
valuable.
nuts, bro. This is nuts. I was not expecting this when I text you about let's get a stream in real quick, man. Let's talk some talk. Like, we were not about to be talking about this. But here we are, baby. Here we are, man. But yeah, dude, I'm excited though, man. It's like I said, man, definitely gonna be a fun training camp now, man. Got one of the ones with us, man. One of those ones. But it is the summertime. All right. I'm ultra respectful of your time. Okay. So we are going to get up out of here sooner rather than later. And I got to do some stuff on the back end too, man. So had to get your thoughts though on the Jalen trade. Had to get your thoughts on the Jonnu Smith trade. Minkah being up out of here. We're here now. We are solid. My dog, appreciate you. And it was good to see you last week too, man. Having you in the building, man. All right. It was absolute blast. You already know that, baby.
My dog.
Heck yeah, man.
So
Hey, and just know, it looked like a movie, bro. We gon' make it. It looked like a movie, bro. Oh my God. Hey.
how did you get here?
Hey, bro, you were alive. You looked the part. For those that don't know, if y'all follow Terence Garvin on Instagram, all right? If you're not following him, what you doing? But my man was at Vic's surprise birthday party for the 45th birthday. It was a movie. Allen Iverson in the building. Jada Kislock performance in the building. Yeah, man. TG cocaine, white head to toe, looking just fresh. Boy, you had the fresh white Air Force Ones out the box, bro. I said, yo, he went straight. He was
Fresh
over
out
there.
the box.
That dog, my dog said he went to Lynn Haven Mall. You was at Greenbrier Mall. I know you went to MacArthur Mall. You was out north. You went to MacArthur Mall. You went and copped them things fresh out of DTL. I know what you did now. You went and went straight to the function, bro. You looked the part, bro. You was cleaning that thing, hard body with it, bro. Hard body. But yeah,
All
man.
white, everything,
Hey,
man.
bro. Y'all did it right, man. Shout out to y'all, man. Y'all did it right, B.
Shout out to Coach.
Hey, man.
It's about 60 days to the kickoff, man. The war is on.
Let's go. It's time. It's time. It's hunting season, baby. It's hunting season.
Don't run from it, run to it.
Hey, come on, man. We get to. You already know what time it is, man. We get to. But definitely appreciate you again, my dog, man. Enjoy it, man. I hit you next time, I hope.
My dog.
All right, peace. Shout out right there, man. The homie Terence Garvin, a.k.a. TG, spending some time with us this morning, man. If y'all was enjoying the homie, Terence Garvin, talking a little shot with us, man, hit that like button one time for the culture. And don't forget to subscribe either if you are new to the channel. All right, got some supers we're gonna get in real quick, and then after that I'm gonna get up out of here, man, because I do got some adult stuff I gotta do, fortunately or unfortunately. All right, so let me hurry this up. Actually, parental adult stuff, but you know how that goes, man. But Brent Fox, he says, yo, Moats, no better birthday gift than fire content. Shout out to you and happy birthday, Brent. You know, I try to have a little fun with it, man, as you doing your thing. All right, birthday boy. Shout out, shout out. James Skicker, he says, Moats, on a lighter note, I'm down with family in North Carolina. Come on and raise up. Take your shirt off. Twist around your head, spin like a helicopter. I'm sorry. But he says, as I went through Norfolk, VA, I rolled down the window and shouted out, where is he? The one and only TG. Peace. Now, shout out to you, man. I do like the fact that you did that, all right? When I go back home to the 757, I roll the window down as well, but it's to sniff it. I want to smell it. I'm like, smells like the crib. Oh, just like I left it. Love it, love it, love it. So I like your energy, though, baby. Definitely like your energy. Rex 7, he says, this fits what you were saying as far as paying the guy. Oh, I already read this one. My apologies on that. Shout out, shout out. Already read the Tito Good Vibe one. Now we are on Small Zach 32. He says, not Minkah. No, I'd rather trade 6 of our 12 draft picks next year. I'm hurt, but I can appreciate we are actually trying something. And I could dig that, man. Yeah, like I said, Minkah not being here is crazy to me. It's crazy to TG. It's crazy to everybody, especially my 10-year-old son. He is over here losing it. But at the same time, it's like, man, this is something different. This is us trying to, you know, figure out a way to get better on offense while still handling our defense and adding a piece that's going to really, you know, help us out in an impactful way. So that is the approach. That's the mindset. But yeah, it's going to most definitely take some getting used to. All right, most definitely. All right. And then last thing, the homie Tito with the good vibes. It's been an absolute rock star, paying it forward, man. We do appreciate you gifting an upper room membership. And to the individual that received it, welcome to the upper room. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. But yeah, man, heck of a day, heck of a morning. Hopefully y'all enjoyed the show today. If you did, you already know the drill. Hit the like button one time for the culture and subscribe. Like I said, man, we'll probably have one more stream this week, and then I don't know what we're going to get done next week just yet, man. Like I said, man, it's about that time, all right? I got the itis. Senior-itis. It's hit me. It's when I, in my 2024 season, take my trip, and then when I come back, y'all know it's time to turn the page. All right, so we getting right there. We on the edge of it. But hopefully y'all enjoyed it, man. Appreciate each and every one of y'all, though, man. Y'all stay safe out there. And until next time, baby, peace.